Okay, such is news. There are some sad news, guys, that I want to bring to your attention. Cape Town Spurs, they are doing some bad things are happening there. Guys, I want you to tell me, especially Ndlovu, who have recently signed for Amakhosi, they gave us something that we need to know about, especially Ndlovu, and I thought to myself, okay, let me bring it to you. And then in terms of Orlando Pirate coach, let's speak about the coach at Orlando Pirate, the new current coach as well, right? And then you get guys. There's a question here that I thought to myself for a minute. Let me stay here. It is good times basically ask this question: Chiefs signings, Ethan Cheslet, Flavo Silva, Nganye Soshinga, Paseka Mako, Tabiso Munyane. How do you rate this Amakhosi signing so far? I want us to talk about that for a moment. I'm going to bring the other thing. For me, I'm looking forward. You know what? There's something about Paseka Mako. I don't know what it is. At this moment, I've not figured out. I think he's got this thing. You know when somebody has this thing of drawing or being able to pull the attention. I don't know, man. There's something about Paseka Mako that, ever since Jay was linked with Kaizer Chiefs, there's been this thing. And he's got a certain character, man. There's something about Paseka Mako. I'm not saying this in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. At Orlando Pirates, I remember they were playing a specific game where he jumped into the opponent while they were busy playing. He was there looking. Do you remember that? So he's got that character, man. There's something about Paseka Mako. He reminds me of Gabuza. You understand? Gabuza was that type of a player that can crack jokes and bring these people together and make people laugh. So people like that are able to create this sense of community around people. So there's something about Paseka Mako, man, that I think we need to study. But in terms of the other signings, Cheslet, Ethan, I'm expecting, I don't know, man, there's an expectation of an exciting player there. Flavo Silva, I want him to surprise me. Monyan and I think he does stand a chance of surprising me. In fact, the signings itself, for me, I'm happy with the signings. But again, just before we can start with something else, I want to talk to you about the fact that it has been reported that we might get new signings soon. But wait for that. Before we can jump into that, I would like us to start here. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people. Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To click the notification bell, it is free of charge. To share this video, it is free of charge. To watch this video until the end, it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads, it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contributing to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. Okay. So, hey, when I'm thinking about jersey number 29, Paseka Mako, there's a lot that comes into mind, but I won't be dwelling on that for now. What I'm gonna be dwelling on is that Amakhosi traveled with about 4 players from the DTC, which is worth your attention. Number 1 is Kabelo Kwesa. Kabelo Kwesa traveled with the team to Netherlands for a pre-season. Number 2 is Mangoba Ozemana. right? I think this man has got a dual citizenship. He's a South Africa / Nigerian. So he traveled with Amakhosi to Netherlands, of which it's good to bring or to see these players coming into being promoted. Number 3 is Utulane Mabaso, also traveled with Amakhosi. All of these players are coming from the DTC Kaizer Chiefs. So it's nice. We're going to be seeing this time and again, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even mentioning the likes of course, they are already the Eden McCarthy, Tony Jansen. I'm not even mentioning those ones. The last one is Naledi Hlongwane. Naye, according to Tiski Times, Naye, he traveled with Amakhosi to Netherlands. So yeah, those are the news that I have for you concerning these players. Right now, I lost the story about the coach where Orlando Pirate. I don't know how I lost that story. That story got deleted here, but okay, let's move to something else as well. Let's now talk about the fact that I'm gonna be talking about the Town Spurs story, but before guys, I lost some of my good stories here. I just don't know what happened to my stories here. But let's start within the Spesihle. I'm gonna come to the story of Velebhayi because it's a very painful story, by the way. But let's jump to Spesihle. If I post, basically, they are reporting the following. They are saying Spesihle is a hard worker. That's the article there. It's basically they are giving us this thing that Spesihle Ndlovu is one of the he is a hard worker. He's a player that is more like a workaholic player. So he's very good with that. That's what the story basically FA Post is saying to us. Now let's move on now to the story of how Kaizer Chiefs got Monyane after nearly signing Mabuza. That is, there's a report by Sokala Duma where they are talking about how Chiefs got Monyane. They are saying the fact is that the club is believed to have been happy with Mhleli Mabuza after the first trial in May, and apparently they invited him back for pre-season training at the village. But when talk started, it was believed that the Portuguese club was asking for a compensation fee of around 10 million rand, although his contract was coming to an end on the 30th of June, a source told Sokalatuma. Chiefs felt that was not fair, that was not fair and too much for a free agent, while they were paying around 4.5 million for Nkanyiso Shinga, who had a year left on his contract and also playing in Portugal. It is believed that it was just a way to stall the move because they still wanted him at the club, and asking for a compensation was the best way to keep him in Portugal. So it is believed that although the club really wanted to sign him, the 10 million rand compensation fee is believed to have scared Kaizer Chiefs away. Right? I think that's quite fair. That's quite fair for Chiefs. I wouldn't have done it too, considering the fact that you already have a free agent, Monyane, and Umako. I mean, I wouldn't have done that. 10 million rand for a player that is has 1 year left on his contract. I wouldn't have done that. But yeah, they continue to report the following. They are saying it was a choice between Mhleli Mabuza and Thabiso Monyane. Monyane was a free agent from Pirate, while Mabuza could have been free, but his club was asking for compensation, and business-wise, the club had to go with Monyane. Hence, Mhleli Mabuza deal didn't work out despite the defender impressing the technical team, the second source told Sia Crew. Right? I wouldn't have done that too. I wouldn't have signed the player. So it just makes sense, and I now understand why Kaizer Chiefs did not sign this player. With that being said, there's a report, good people, that Amakhosi are set to announce 2 new signings, and I can tell you that players that could be announced is number 1 is definitely Lomchitalo. They will be unveiling Lokundlovu. the second player, I don't know who that player is, but we are being told that we should be expecting 2 new signings. Now, let's jump straight into the issue of 2 new signings, because SABC Sport, one of the most reputable journalists there, Umazola Molefe, is reporting the following. In an article that was released on the 4th of July 2024, this is what they are reporting. Town Spurs have threatened to throw the book at 3 players linked with the move to Kaizer Chiefs and Amazulu if they do not report back to training at Ikamva in coming days. SABC Sport is in possession of a letter sent to Captain Asanele Velebhayi, Lian Ben and Luke Batman, ordering them to honor their existing contract despite the club being relegated to the amateur ranks. The Urban Warriors have officially dropped down from a Motsepe Championship to the 3rd tier South African football, which is SABC Motsepe League last month. A scenario that, according to the... Now, I want you to pay attention to this. According to the NSL rule, then opens the door for players to move as free agent given the status of the club. But in the document, the CEO, Alex insists that Spurs midfielder developed by Batman are now in breach of contract, having pulled no show when the rest of the squad return for pre-season this week. Listen to this. All 3 believed to have concluded deals with Betway Premierships, as both Velebhayi Batman are strongly linked with the move to Kaizer Chiefs, pending a formal announcement, while Ben is at Amazulu. Right. Now the letter reads, guys, I'm surprised with this Town Spurs pulling these tactics of trying to block players. I'm surprised. They could have made money back in the days when Kaizer Chiefs wanted Velebhayi. They could have made money. Now that they are relegated, they just want to do him. Listen to what the letter reads. The employment contract concluded between Spurs and yourself remain valid and binding. You will accordingly remain employed by Spurs until your employment contract comes to an end or mutual agreement is reached between Spurs and yourself to terminate your employment contract at an earlier date, reads the letter. According to the PSL rule, I spoke to you about it. It is clear. This is an intimidation tactics. I even said yesterday, I wish that the players take the matter to PSL. PSL seems to be doing things very quick these days. So you will find that this matter can be resolved in a matter of 2 days or in a matter of a week or latest 3 weeks, because they are very quick in how they deal with things. We know it as a matter of fact that the team has been relegated to an amateur rank. Therefore, the players here, according to the rules, they are free to join a team of their choice because they are not in a professional football. According to the rules, PSL is a professional setup, right? And the NFD, now known as Motsepe Championships, those 2 are considered professional. But below that, you are out of professional league. Therefore, the players have signed a contract that says they will be playing there in the professional league. Another thing is, another matter of interest is that if you are saying when these are your players, fine. Are you going to pay them? Let's say you were paying them 50,000 rand a month. Down in your amateur, are you going to still paying them 50,000 rand a month? Or you're going to lower the salary because they are now playing in the amateur? That's another thing that I think, and I wish that somebody does that. I mean, somebody does ask such a question to them, because Town Spurs cannot try these tactics of trying to make more money, scamming other people. These tactics of scamming the players and scaring them to stay with them, it's over, and it cannot be allowed. I so wish that the players can just take this matter straight into the PSL disciplinary committee where they can resolve this issue, then be allowed to join teams of their choice. Otherwise, they are just delaying their careers. So that's the story about Velebhayi being blocked from joining Kaizer Chiefs. You will tell me in the comment section below whether or not you agree with what is happening here. But yeah, I'll see you on the next episode.